upstairs, I hope anyways. Mrs. Hall and my sister, Rebecca, and I think the hired hand is here today also. I have been in the kitchen all morning. My mother worked down here very hard yesterday, so she's taking a little bit of break, and I have been making some butter. And it's just about finished, so when the men come in for dinner, dinner will be ready. And I have been working on some beef stew, and we've been using pretty much the end of our potatoes and our carrots because they have been in storage all winter. And we're really very, very fortunate that now we're going to begin to have some fresh vegetables again. So we'll be using those. But what I was really going to do is get my mother a cup of tea, because she does enjoy tea. And I've gotten the tea in the cup already and the hot water, but she also likes a little sugar with her tea. So I'm going to break off a little bit of this natural sugar, which I've already done, and I put it in my mortar and pestle, and by pushing it down, it's going to get very, very fine. And then I'm going to be able to add this to her tea, and we will take that up to her very shortly. So that's another thing that I've been doing. And as you can see, we have, fortunately, we have pies left over from yesterday when we were baking. And I really had to keep that, and I had to put it up high, because all of the hired people would be more than happy to have a little pie, and I want a little bit left for dinner to go along with the bread that we made yesterday and the butter that we're working on. So that's going to be very, very good. We actually, my sisters had to go and get the milk from the cows this morning, and so I've taken a little of the milk and I've been working on that now. There will be a little bit of, I like to say it's more like a water that's left over after you make the butter, and the hogs truly enjoy that when we're making butter. Now another thing that I have in the oven that I have, or in the beehive oven that I've had ready, some beans that we soaked last night. And so now I'm just going to have to add a little bit more sugar to that, and a little molasses, and a little tomato, and stir that up, and that will also be for tonight's evening meal. So that's something else that we'll be working on. Now I don't know if you have a beehive oven, and we're very fortunate to have one. Some people have them outside, which I think would be wonderful in the summer and nice warm weather, but in the winter it's so nice to have this going. But we really only use it 2 or 3 times a week because it's so much work. We have to get up 4 o'clock in the morning and start a fire in there. And then we close it up and we just let it go until it gets nice and warm, so that then we can begin with roasts and bread and cookies, or whatever the day may bring that my mother has decided that we're going to make. And as I say, I don't know if you have one of these, but you're going to be very fortunate if you do. Now, I'm really very pleased that you could come and visit us today, but I have so many things to do. I still have to collect some eggs, and I have to really enjoy the nice bright weather and get out and work on the herb garden a little bit, because you know those weeds are just growing so quickly, so there's always something to do. I know Rebecca said that she thought we would do some laundry today, and I'm hoping we don't have to. I have too many other chores to do. But I'm so glad that you could come and visit us today, and perhaps you'd like to join me in the garden. But I'm going to go out there and get a little work done right now, but thanks so much for coming.